That's fine. Don't worry about it. Pull us out.
Put God first. Put God first in everything you do. Everything that I have is by the grace of God. Understand that. It's a gift. I've been protected. I've been directed. I've been corrected. I've kept God in my life and it's kept me humble. I didn't always stick with him, but he always stuck with me. So stick with him in everything you do. If you think you want to do what you think I've done, then do what I've done and stick with God.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Wayne Campbell.
And I'm Sheila Campbell.
And this is your morning drive with the driver's side. Good morning, beautiful.
Good morning.
How are you?
Yeah, he's already starting it with me. Seriously, Joe.
I am not, dude. You got one job, bro, and that's to put this show together.
Yeah, there you go.
Seriously. Good morning, everybody. We got a packed show this morning. I'm thrown off because I don't know what. How can we ever just not have a smooth start?
I don't know.
Well, why is it happening?
I don't know.
What is the deal with that? It's Tuesday. It's talking to be Tuesday.
It is, and we get distracted. That's
real quick. Why is that? Talk about it real quick for a second,
I know
please.
why I'm distracted because I'm over there yelling at Gemma because she busted tore another toenail.
Yeah, she's not doing too well.
And so it's bleeding all over the place, and so we had to wrap it up, and it's not good. So we took it off, and now she's over there licking on it. So I'm constantly yelling at her this morning to stop licking at it. So.
And also, it takes a while for this to get out. For some reason lately, the notification don't go out. I don't see it this morning, so who knows, Sheila? I don't know.
Okay,
maybe.
So we're not even sure.
It just now hit YouTube, so it should be hitting Facebook any minute. So
right.
All right. So good morning, everybody. Glad to be here.
Yes.
Before we get today's show started and stuff like that, we did want to stop and say, Robert Payton, we are sorry for your loss. His mother did pass. We talked about ask for prayers yesterday. So Robert Payton, you're in our thoughts and our prayers. And like I said, I'm glad you're home, but it's not easy, and it doesn't get easier. But this too shall pass.
Yeah.
So I hate to start it off like that, but he is a brother of ours and he's going through it, and we got to show support in every way we can for these drivers.
Yeah. And it's sad, and our thoughts and condolences, obviously, to you, Robert, and your family. So,
right.
Your mom is in a better place. I know that doesn't do a lot of good as far as the grief that you're feeling right now, but we hope it helps a little bit, and you're in our thoughts.
Well, I know this cup is helping me with my coffee today, Sheila. How about that? Huh? How about these cups? I got a half a pot in this thing. Okay, look at mine.
No, I want to look at mine. Mine's beautiful.
Thank you, Ron Hebert.
Thank
Seriously?
you, Ron. Yeah, look at how beautiful that is.
Look how mine is. Right.
He got tired of us saying with some plastic. Well, okay, my plastic cup thing was because my hands were always so darn cold. So I started putting my hot tea in the plastic cup so it will warm my hands.
Right. So
these are insulated.
Okay, so we're just gonna sit here and talk about your cup. It was my birthday present, and you're talking about yours.
Well, my birthday was in September.
Okay, get it. All right. Anyway, let's get to the show. We have a show to get to, not sit here and talk about cups. But speaking of Ronald Hebert,
it's a great mug. Thank you.
You haven't seen this. He's on his way home. It's bad out there up in Canada. This is a little bit of what he's going through right now.
Yeah.
So it's not looking good right there, and it's not looking good right here either. But thank you, Ronald Hebert, for the cups, and I can hold half a pot of coffee in this thing, Sheila, and I need that.
Yeah, thanks, Ron.
Right? Yesterday he was watching me lick my cup. I'm trying to lead you into that that part of yesterday. You got me licking cups.
Yeah, no, you were licking your own cup.
No.
I didn't get you licking into it.
We're not going to talk. Okay. Anyway, you got anything to say this morning?
I do. I like your cup.
Thank you. Good. All right. And to Deb Campbell, we will have Deb Campbell on this week tomorrow. I'm excited about.
Yes, and then we're going to have Yo-Yo on Thursday as well.
Okay, so we just jumped past Deb Campbell and went right to Yo-Yo. Deb Campbell and her husband, it's his birthday today, but Deb Campbell will be on tomorrow. And then Thursday, for Throwback Thursday, we have Yo-Yo.
Yes.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Can you help me out this morning? Oh, my God. Seriously.
Sorry.
Are you, though? It's like you want me to fail.
Really?
Yeah.
No, that's not the case.
Then what is the case? Where are you at today? Are you here?
But it is, okay, Deb, speaking of Deb, it is her husband's birthday today, too. So happy birthday.
I said that. So, happy birthday, Brian. I believe it is.
Okay. Yes. And then the rest of the week, we've got Feel Good Friday. We've got Yo-Yo on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And, okay, I'm going to knock him out right now.
Why?
Because he's giving me this look right now, and he's trying to put me on the spot. I'm excited about both interviews.
I'm excited about this one right here. We talked to Yo-Yo yesterday, Sheila. All right, come on. Let's get into this a little bit. Help me out. You're falling flat, lady.
Okay. Sorry.
How about this yesterday? What about this yesterday?
It was awesome. We got to talk to her yesterday. We had a pretty good conversation for about an hour or so, and we're excited to have her on Thursday. She's going to call in on Thursday. She's actually going to be our throwback Thursday. Because she is an icon in the industry, and she started trucking in like 1973. So she was back in the heyday of it all. So
she was trucking before I was born.
This is true.
Okay, and not to I hate to say it like that, but that's the truth. But the things that she's done, the things that she's accomplished, and the things that she's seen, gone through as a truck driver, as a female truck driver.
Yes.
On top of that, we talked a little bit to her yesterday, and it was just like, wow.
Yeah, she's got some great stories. She's got some great stories and things to tell, and things that she's seen changed along the way, things she's experienced along the way. Especially being a female driver too, and especially back in that day. It wasn't easy being a female driver back then.
No, it wasn't. But the things that she's done and gone through as a female truck driver, even up to racing trucks, which we'll talk about on Thursday. She had that race, and she had somebody I'm not going to give it away.
No.
I'm not going to give it away. She gave us some stuff yesterday that she told us that wasn't allowed to be talked about because of certain situations back in that day, but now we're allowed to talk about it, and she's going to talk about it a little bit on Thursday, which I'm excited about. I can't wait for that. So shout out to Yo-Yo and her daughter. How you've been talking to her daughter? How's that been going?
Yeah, her daughter's been great. I mean, she's one who created the Facebook group page, which is called Trucking with Yo-Yo Till the End. And she's the one who started it all and started all the pictures and all the great memories. And that's where all of you drivers, that's how we found out about it as well. We got turned on to the group. So if you have a chance, go over and join the group, because it has some phenomenal stories from old school drivers who knew her, drove with her, or knew about her, drove during that time. And they all tell their stories as well. So it's been really, really interesting and really cool to see just the camaraderie and the love that's still there.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I can't wait. There's a lot to come from her, but we got a lot to talk about this morning. You got weather, you got topics. Talk a little bit about that, what we're talking about this morning, while I load something up real quick, because we got to talk about that here in a second.
Right. So, guys, on Tuesday, we decided, because it is Talk to Me Tuesday, and I'll put the phone number down here in a little bit. So when we get into the topics, if you'd like to call in, do so. We'd love to hear from you, because we've changed Tuesday around a little bit because we want your participation. So we'll get into the trucking news. We got a couple little things that you guys should know about, and then we'll get into the topics and then weather after. And the topics today are going to be about the scariest bridges for drivers, and the other one is going to be about that truck drivers, the job of it is one of the most dangerous jobs in the country. Which,
who made me think of this was I saw a post from Dooner James Livingston, the traveling man. You can find him over on YouTube, which he's a great creator, for one, and he's also a professional within trucking. He's inherited it from his father, so I like him. I like him a lot. I like watching his stuff. I really suggest to go check him out. But he's the one that gave me the idea for today's topic. I called yesterday. I'm like, most dangerous job.
Yep.
Most dangerous job, Sheila. Come on, let's talk about it. After all the winter weather driving we've had lately with all the pileups, stuff like that, she's like, "Oh, how about those dangerous bridges?"
Yeah.
And she was digging into it last night. So when I walked in last night, I actually scared her. What happened?
Yeah, he walks in. So I was in here by myself, and I was doing the research on the bridges, and it was talking about this one particular bridge, and it was all about being eerie and scary kind of a thing. All of a sudden he flings the door open, about sent me out of the chair and through the roof.
Yeah, it scared the shit out of her. But all right, real quick to Shannon Crass and Nick Crass, congratulations this morning on your new home. They did sign the papers for that. We've been asking everybody to have them in their thoughts and prayers this weekend. The power of prayer, boom. And she actually said it was the house that she actually wanted, even though it wasn't their first choice. It was the house of their dreams. I saw a picture of them holding hands with the keys and stuff like that. So we are excited about that. With that being said, we got our mentions in this morning. I had to pull her through this morning show. I did good.
Yeah.
What?
It's kind of always like that.
No, it's not. Some days you're a little flowier than the others.
No.
Yeah. No, yeah. What? No, not so much. All right. Well, God, I need some energy from you today.
Oh, okay.
There it is. Get it. No, not that. That's fake as hell. Don't do that ever again. I'm getting my ass kicked after the show, just so you know. All right. So with that being said, let's take a quick break and get to your good mornings.
That's better right here, buddy. A lot of hard work paid off. A lot of people. Well,
What's it say on the back?
not daddy's funny earned, not given.
Earned, not given. Right on, Gary Jones.
All right, guys, shout out to SPB Truck and Gary Jones and Deborah. We are going to Chrome Shop 75 in April to the Chrome Shop 75 truck show with Roadworks. I can't wait for that. Gary's got something new coming, so I can't wait to see that from him and Deborah. They're a great couple. Look at them, Sheila.
I know.
Are you paying attention to what we're doing over here?
They are a great couple.
Shout out to them. I can't wait. Remember to keep calm and trust God. Choose kindness and laugh more. All right, guys, let's head over. Let's put this down and head over to your good mornings.
You know what I'm thinking before you do that?
What?
I'm thinking, Ron, I'm coming to find you to kick your butt.
Why?
Because that is now, because he thinks it's only 2 cups of coffee that he's had. In that, he's now had on his second pot of coffee. Okay, so Ron, I'm coming for you. Revenge, man.
What?
Revenge
And he should be home
on.
by now. I told him to get home. He said it's so bad out there. He's on his way home. All right, let's head to your good mornings.
Hi. Hi. Good morning.
With your 2 pots of coffee in there.
Good morning, Becky Underwood, Becky Rogers, the 2 Beckys right out the gate. Judy, good morning. Justin Pomeranz, good morning. Good to see you. He says, good morning, my favorite morning people. Wayne and Sheila and all you beautiful truckers, have a great day. Love you all. Right on. Paul, good morning. All right, Kenneth Williams, Glenn Calais. See you, sir. I saw his father this morning on my feed. Good to see you, sir. Pretty Lee. The Abilene, our Texas people. Wait, all right, what is she saying? Good morning, everybody. Rolling I-10 west to Santan Valley, Arizona. Get it. Stephen Gamble, our XLG drivers. All right, John Freese. Good to see you, sir. Chucky. There's Chucky. What's Chucky saying? Good morning, Wayne and Sheila. Good morning, drivers. Be safe out there. Had to pull over at the rest area to connect my tablet at the rest area, heading to Spokane, Washington, then off to Utah. Be careful, driver.
Yeah, be careful.
And there's a little submarine, bro. Our Vegas people. I don't know, but she put something out this morning. She says, I don't give a shit anymore. I'm going to be me.
Oh,
so good for you. Be
was
you.
she not?
I don't know. She's always been her.
Yeah, as far as I know, she's always been her.
Right, her poor DMs. Shout out to you, Ellie. Good morning.
Ellie.
Good to see you, Glenn Calais. Not junior, but senior. Good morning, Michael Thompson. Good morning, sir. How are you? Mark Eastep, all the way from Michigan. We got Jeremy Wellingcamp. Hopefully you're doing better, sir. We know he went through started his treatments again. He has MS. He's going through stuff. He used to be in the seat, but now he's not. But he was going through it, and he seemed to be hopefully in better spirits. It seemed like he was, but I don't know how you have high spirits going through treatments like that. It's got to be rough on you.
Well, it is, but you have to have. We know that having a positive attitude with things like that really helps as far as with the body too. So,
Well, he's out, and I know he does. He does help his neighbors out a lot with the snow. You know that the snow. Remember?
yeah,
I show you.
he
He's
was
up
out
in
there
Wisconsin.
plowing.
He's plowing the street.
Sidewalks.
The only thing he can get through is his little plow, and he was out there doing it. Shout out to you, Jeremy. We're glad you're here. Tim Taylor, good morning. Keith Becker, good morning. We have a troll, Allison. Good morning. How are you? Are you good morning, beautiful family? I don't know. Allison Anna, yeah, it kind of looks shady right there. I don't know. She's
It's
looking
not gonna
shady.
Some of these people that you do that,
I'm gonna
you
get
can
caught
imagine
one
if it's
time,
not
right?
Right.
They're an
Like,
actual driver.
what are you talking about?
Dude,
I'm
I tell you,
the sister or
the farmer's
daughter
The farmer's
of this
daughter.
driver, and you're gonna be like, ooh, sorry.
All right, stop picking on Sheila. Why?
Thanks, Lisa.
Sheila,
He never does. He's all amped out right now. Why he's telling me that I don't have as much energy this morning is because that's his second pot of coffee.
No, it's not. It's my second cut. It's my third cut. Good morning, Mike McPherson. How are you? You don't want money.
Hi,
We
Mike.
tried to give you money. You don't want it. We're not even talking to you then. Happy birthday, Brian. Good to Deb's husband, Phil Tristan says. All right, let's go over here.
Good morning.
Sitting
Belvedere?
Belvedere, Illinois. 3 hours past appointment. Thinking broker did make delivery appointment. This is effing
Screwed up.
Oh yeah, we're
Yeah.
not going to get into that.
No.
Poor guy. Poor
No,
Mike.
wasn't that one place that you went and visited, America?
America? Oh, they're all over, Sheila. They're
Right.
oh, please, let's not go there. All right. But
I just remember
shout out to Michael Thompson. He was doing real good for a while there. He was running and gunning, but now he's stuck at a shippers.
Yeah, well.
Oh, there, you know how that goes.
Yeah, no, I don't, but you do.
Nick Grass, good morning. How are you? Good to see you. Congratulations on the house. Rooster.
Cluck.
Get it, girl. Cheryl Pollard, good morning.
Good morning,
Dean
Cheryl.
Stein. He was biased the other day. He was out off of 81. He's like, hey, what part of Tennessee? And I'm up off of 81. I'm heading north. Unfortunately, we're out on the other side of Bristol. It takes me about an hour, about 30 minutes to get to 81.
Yeah, about that.
We're in Elizabethton, Tennessee. We're up by North Carolina border.
And
What?
it's like the weirdest name
It
ever
is.
because
I
they
can
don't
never say it
pronounce
right.
the T.
Right.
So it's
I can't say it right.
Elizabethan.
Elizabethan. Don't get me started. I got to deal with these names over here. All right, Phil Trusa says, Yo-Yo, she's a pioneer. She is a pioneer. She's a trailblazer.
She is, and we're super excited for both of our interviews tomorrow with Deb and then Yo-Yo on Thursday. So we are excited.
I'm excited about it too. Why is everybody laughing? Shannon Crass is laughing. Justin's laughing. Darren says, good morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
How are
Darren.
you? Good to see you. Drop his what is that? Drop his shit on the ground? What are you talking about, bro? No, you guys don't be riding the Sheila train this morning, all right?
Keith, yes, if you'd like to send it to me, that would be great. Although right now, Mama has some cast iron skillets in there right now that I could use.
What?
Just saying.
No, dude, no. Slow down, people. No, that's assault, Keith, and you're an accessory to that assault.
No, he's
So
not.
just know that.
I
Yeah,
have my own.
I'm
I'm
that guy. Yep, calling the cops.
And I'm that quiet.
CBS, stupid regulator. Jimbo, this is getting his truck painted right here, Sheila. I got a picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
I asked if I could use it. Hopefully he said yes. I haven't seen the response yet, but he's got a Western Star. It's beautiful. He's got a beautiful paint job being done to it. I'm wondering where he's getting it done.
And he's got a beautiful pup there.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
the baby.
whatever. All right. Charles Bundy, good morning there,
Charles.
Lefty. How are you? Good to see you. Nicholas Guterre, how are you? Good to see you. John Freese says, good morning to my brothers and sisters of the highway. I hope you have an awesome day. Well,
Thanks,
John,
John,
you have
you
an
too.
awesome day, teddy bear. All right. What is it? Prettily, sometimes I think Wayne either needs Ritalin or a shot collar. I used to sell my Ritalin in school, actually. Yeah, it used to. Yeah, here's the deal. It's either I'm off the rails or what?
Here's the deal.
Or I'm comatose.
In all honesty,
What?
I need your energy because I am the calmer one of it, and I need your energy. That's
You
the
need-
balance.
You need
of
more
it.
than that, Sheila. I get it.
I had nothing to say.
Oh,
I got nothing.
but it's funny she brought up Ritalin because I was put on Ritalin as a kid.
Right.
And it comatose me. It did not. It just totally made me. My mom hated it.
Yeah.
My mom called me a zombie. She makes my son a zombie.
Yeah.
All right. But what I used to do. Okay, so they used to give these little cups at the nurse's office. Just go to the nurse's office at school. They had all kinds of drugs up in that cabinet. I just take it and I used to push it back and I catch it with my finger. I used to sell it to my friends.
Oh my goodness gracious! Of course you did, you little hustler.
I had to have lunch money.
Really?
No. Really, Ronnie, good
so
morning.
full of it.
It's good to see you. All right, here we go. Morning, Roger. It's good to see you.
Good morning,
Charles
Roger.
E. Graham, morning. Doing a rest in Colorado Springs. Well, good. I'm glad you're
Reset.
resting with us. A reset. Well, reset. Glad you're resetting with us.
Right.
Yeah.
We appreciate you.
No correction. No grammar police over here. All right, looking forward to my weekend,
Oh, cool.
picking up my little man and finally getting to turn circles in the dirt on Saturday. It's
Awesome.
only practice day, but ready to get my fix after 11
Right.
rainouts, weather cancellations. So shout out to you, Pretty, and your husband Shane.
Yeah.
That should be fun. Send us some pictures. Send me some stuff of your car and you guys out there, even behind the scenes, because I'll have some fun with that footage. I got some new technology that I'm dealing with. I was able to make some videos like the one I released of Gary Jones this morning.
Yeah, I know. And I'm proud of you for doing that.
No,
You finally
listen,
taken
you already
the
said
time.
that yesterday. So let's
doesn't matter.
not
He's
make it
been-
about Wayne.
Okay.
No, but go ahead.
No, that was it.
Go ahead, toot my horn.
No. Don't need to. You got one little partial toot. Poop.
All right, go to Mike McPherson's comment. What is Mike saying here, Sharon?
All right, Mike says Wayne Campbell rolling down the hill with no Jakes this morning.
Seriously? Yeah. Runaway truck, pal.
Mhm.
Screw you, Mike McPherson. Rooster Cluck Cluck says, I will give you $1 to do it. All right, now you guys are paying my wife for
Thanks,
favors.
Rooster.
This is some ridiculous crap here, you Cluck Cluck, pal. Get on with it, Sheila. What do we got going
Oh,
on
you
this
know what
one?
we should
What?
do?
No.
You know what we should do? We should have like a show at one point where we cut off for like a half a second and you watch us and we get those big, huge sumo wrestler bubble suits on
For what?
for a ring so I can kick your ass. That's why.
No.
You know what I'm talking about? Like those great big, huge, those
Yeah,
bubble
sumo
things
suits. We
with
got
a big,
you.
Big, huge rubber batting thing.
All right. So
I'll take you down.
Well, all right. Kelly says, I've already seen the new truck Gary's building. Well, I don't know. I've seen some stuff that I'm not allowed to let out. So I don't know how he got stuff.
Well,
Yeah, but I'm excited for it. Gary's working
Yeah.
with some cool people. He does a great job every time. I can't wait to see him in Wildwood. I think I'm going to do a sneak trip. I'm going to pop in on him, I think.
yeah, you think?
I'm going to catch him rolling down the highway. I know where he's going. I know when it's coming. I know when it's coming out.
Uh-huh.
What?
Do you think it would be a sneak?
Well, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I can't wait for that. But we got to get to the rest of today's show. We got trucking news.
Yes.
What else we got?
And then, like I said, then we have our Talk to Me Tuesday topics, and we have some weather. And like I said, the topics are scariest bridges and that truck driving being one of the most deadliest jobs in the country or in the world,
Well,
actually.
co-hosting is becoming one of the deadliest jobs for me. Is for
Why?
what I'm saying. Because, well, get him, Sheila. Kick his ass.
Thanks.
Per Mike McPherson.
Thanks,
What do
Mike.
you mean, why? Because it makes
I had to
it
look
makes
over.
you happy.
What?
It's just that smile. I can't get a smile out of her like that for nothing. And I get it on here. What the hell's going on here? Are you like sickly thinking that you want to choke me?
Yeah. Sometimes, well, I don't know about choking. I have other visions, but yes.
Okay, as long as I have it on camera. Because if anything happens, start here. What? Other visions, and they're not good, are they?
I don't need to say anything.
All right.
They're just visions.
All right, Lisa Marie says, off the rails on your sleeping. No, I've got plenty of sleep. Jeremy Herbert, good morning, and 10-4 on that. Ronald Hebert's son,
Yeah.
good morning, and it's your dad's fault why I'm off the rails this morning. All right, Sheila, what are we doing? Where are we at? Where are we going?
All right, so we're going to take a small break.
Okay.
And then let's get into some trucking news.
All right, we'll be right back. Here's Gary. Here's Not Daddy's Money. remember, guys, for some, it's a job. For others, it's a lifestyle. Get it, Gary Jones. All right, and now to your trucking news with Sheila Campbell.
He cracks me up.
All right, get it, Sheila. What do you got?
All right, so we're going to just kind of breeze through some of these. We do have some notices for you guys that are coming out. So Arizona Operation
Bam!
Southern
Oh, there it
Shield
is.
2021 begins today
Get
and
it.
runs
Oh, boy.
through Friday, March 5th. On the I-10, I-8, and I-19 across southern Arizona, troopers will be working with ADOT and FMCSA to target hazardous violations, conduct commercial vehicle inspections, maintain awareness for human trafficking, and educate drivers on safe and compliant operations. So again, you guys, that's called Operation Southern Shield, and it starts today and goes through Friday.
Ooh,
So
the dirty
basically,
rat bastards. Here they go again. Let me get it. Let's get a jump on it. Yeah, right. There
So
you go.
basically, blitzes have started, and Arizona is going to kick it off here. You know what I like about it down here? It says that educate drivers on safe and compliant operation.
Well,
How are they going to do that? I mean, hey,
come on, pull in here. We're gonna educate
Let me
you.
talk to you. Come on,
We're gonna
in.
educate you on how much this cost.
On by.
Well, again, Sheila, as you know, professionals say, the process, it doesn't bother. The only thing it does is it takes time out of our day, because a professional takes these highways the correct way and doesn't have to worry about DOT unless they're hauling logs and don't have a log book. You know what I'm saying? My point being is again, here we go. It's the harassment week. A lot of the drivers like to call it. Some even take the week off, Sheila, for Blitz week. But Arizona's starting a little early, and here you go.
I know. And I think the next one is going to be in May, and that's a whole week long one, which I believe it's like the beginning of May. So I'll post that though when we get a little closer.
Yeah, hopefully they won't be stopping these two going down the highway, right?
I don't think they are.
Well, see, the thing is, they don't get pulled in for violations; they get pulled in for autographs. Get it, Jones?
Right. All right. So in other news, we've got portions of the Brent Spence Bridge closed for maintenance and repair.
Again?
From March 1st, starting yesterday, and it's going to go all the way through November. I do have some pictures of.
All right, let me head up there to the Brent Spence
Yes. So again,
Bridge.
we're talking
There
about
it is.
this bridge, guys. If you remember, this is the bridge connecting Kentucky and Ohio. But this is also the bridge where just a couple months back they had that horrible accident between a couple of semi trucks. One of them being a hazmat that exploded,
Compromised the integrity of the bridge.
Right, and it closed that bridge down for about a month. It was closed down. So now it's closing down, but it's not going to be completely closed. It's just going to be 2 lanes of traffic on both the north and southbound. Okay. So it's going to be down to 2 lanes on each side. So just expect delays on that. But they do have off ramps that or on ramps that they're closing as well that you should know
And I
about.
also, as you get to those on ramps and you pull that up, I think Deb Campbell lives close to this, and we'll be talking to her tomorrow.
Right.
Well,
she'll
so
probably
she
know
was
more
talking
about
about this when you were talking about the accident. So she had mentioned the bridge and things that were happening. So hopefully she'll have some information on that. Well, what are the exits that you're
it's going
talking
to be
about?
congested. They're telling you use some alternative routes,
Right.
but the on ramps that they are going to be having closed is going to be northbound from 4th Street in Covington, southbound from Fort Washington, and southbound from the 3rd Street. So those are the ones that the on ramps that they're going to be having closed. So guys, if you're in this area and you travel over this, just expect that there is going to be delays because half of the lanes are going to be closed. So
So if you're in the area, trip planning is essential in that area, Sheila. So that's
right.
It's
Well,
good to
you
know
said
though.
that. Well, yeah, you were telling me as well too that you had traveled over this as well.
Yeah, it connects. It's a connection. It's
Right.
an artery. It's an artery that these guys
Well,
hit all the time. So they need to be aware of what's going on.
The I-71 and I-75
So
is
in that
what
area,
I
so-
believe that
Right.
is. So guys, just be aware about what's going on there. Arizona, you got a blitz going on. That's the 7 Arizona, and that Brent Spence Bridge is going to have congestion.
All right, real quick, Elizabeth says here, don't forget I-95 running through Delaware is going through massive construction. Take 495 and 295 if running through the mid-Atlantic from Baltimore to Philadelphia. Oh,
Nice.
boy. All right there.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead, Sheila. What else?
Yeah, well, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for
thank you
that
for that update.
information.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
And
if you
good morning,
guys-
Ed Rogers. I'm hoping things are going good for you. And real quick, Kyle Smith, he got that straightened out. Remember, real quick, I know this is a little bit off topic, but the clearinghouse, he was having issues with the clearinghouse, and he got that cleared. Shout out to you. I'm glad you're
cool,
back on.
good.
This is my oil field brother right here. He actually taught me a lot in trucking. Put my ass in check out there in Texas. Got my ass kicked in a freaking bar with this guy. Well, actually, he protected me from getting my ass kicked. Let me be honest. They tried to jump me over the New York Giants. In Dallas, in Glen Rose. All right, where are we? I'm totally going.
You didn't do anything.
Well, you know me. I had a Manning jersey. I had a Manning jersey on. I was in Glen Rose, Texas, and this dude was with me, and yeah, it didn't go too well. But hey, that guy that tried to jump me in the bathroom, he didn't turn out too well. But it was the Samoan dude that I was gonna have to deal with coming out that Kyle stopped from whooping my ass.
Yeah. So your mouth wasn't going or anything as far as that.
You
That
know me.
That you were probably in Dallas territory.
Well, it wasn't coffee. It was something else. So my ass was lit. Get it? All right. What about this closure? What about the exit? We got those.
So we are done. That is it with the trucking news.
Okay.
The reason that we just kind of breezed through those
Sorry,
is because our topics for Talk to Me Tuesday that we want you guys to participate in, call in if you'd like. It is a little lengthy. We want to take some time for that and then get into the weather. So,
all right, so
yep, let's go see what comments they have.
All right,
Any
Pretty
comments?
Lee says the DOT is already hot on I-10 in Texas. Oh boy. All right, the truck, that's just sexy, referring to Gary Jones, right? And Ronald, Jeremy Hebert up here said something about, where'd that go? No witnesses or something. All right. Yeah, he says, you got, no, it's Charles. He says, you got plenty of witnesses. And that's you with that frying pan. I dare you with that cast iron. Keith, you're an accessory to the to it. All right, so let's take what are we doing?
Yeah. All right, Charles.
What do we got?
I got your number.
No, he's helping you out.
What, plenty of witnesses? Plenty of witnesses to what?
Oh, right. Yeah.
That would seem like
that's a
towards
favor
you.
of me, right? How dumb I am.
Yeah.
Thanks for helping me out there. No, you left me
I'm
hanging.
high-fiving you.
Come on.
And I'm not high-fiving
All
you
right, what
later
are we
either,
going
Charles.
to? I'm lost.
We're going to let's take our small break here real quick, and then we're going to come back and we're going to get into our topics for Talk to Me Tuesday.
All right, we'll be right back. All right, what are we going to now?
All right, well, first of all,
They got so many trucks. Leave me alone.
go up to banners right there and put the phone number up. So if anyone
All right, no one
call
wants to call us. Go ahead.
Why?
Where
I
are
bet
we
you-
at now? Go ahead. I don't even know where the
bet you
phone
guys-
is.
I bet you guys have some scary.
No,
stories
let's go. What do we
One
got?
of the bridges on here.
Scariest bridges, right? We're going to scariest bridges right now, right? Oh boy, here
Right.
you go.
And one of the
Go
scariest
ahead.
bridges on here, we actually were on our way here. So
Yeah,
and
Louisiana.
it was scary. I was a nervous wreck.
Yeah, Louisiana.
All right. So I decided to start with scariest bridges, you guys, because we had just talked about a bridge, which was the Spence Bridge. And so I was like, well, let's go over into the scariest bridges. So we're going to be talking about the top 6 scariest bridges. And tell me if you guys agree, don't agree, or you know of other ones too. So number 1, Chesapeake Bay Bridge.
Oh, boy.
This is in Maryland.
There you
So,
go.
right. And guys, just so you know on this too, there segue here real quick. There's lane closures and traffic patterns scheduled for the week of 2/28 through 3/6. So there's going to be closures in that area. Make sure to check for closures and delays. Okay. So the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, nearly 200 feet high and stretches 4.3 miles. Not only is it the height and the length a little intimidating, but the winds can really get bad as well. And if you remember, we've had problems of drivers being blown right on off. There's been lawsuits and everything else about them properly posting as far as this bridge. So we know that, yes, this is one of the most dangerous bridges that's out there. Then we go into the Mackinac Bridge.
All right, Mackinac.
This one is in Michigan.
Get good.
Also known as the Mighty Mac.
Mm-hmm.
So nearly 5 miles long. It's the 5th longest suspension bridge in the world and longest in the Western Hemisphere.
That's a bad boy right there.
Yeah, it is. Suspended 200 feet and has the ability to move with the wind.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they say that it can sway up to 35 feet. Okay.
What?
Oh, now the Mackinac.
I'm good.
Well, their website says no, that doesn't actually happen, so on and so forth. But the reality is if you get wind gusts up there that are going, not only is that dangerous, but they say that you will feel that bridge moving. So
I'm sure you will.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Especially if Swift hits it at a good speed.
Right. And apparently this one here gets really bad as well in the winter with the ice and snow. So you get the wind, ice, and snow in the winter.
In all honesty, Sheila, you got to take these things with precaution every time.
Right.
Bridges and overpasses, they're just not safe.
No.
Well, they're safe, but I'm not saying they're not safe, but they're not safe. It gets more dangerous in these situations.
They're scary.
Right.
So this next one, the Royal Gorge Bridge.
Royal Gorge, getting on the Royal Gorge. Look at me with me flicky fingers today. I'm doing good. Get it.
And this one here, just the picture intimidates me. I don't care what part that we're in. I would never want him to drive over this. I don't care if it was a moped, I wouldn't care what it is. Just the fact that it goes over this gorge like this, it's
that's
900.
Beautiful.
It is beautiful, but that's all rocky boof straight down into those rocks. I don't know. I have a thing with water that I feel a little safer, that I might be able to make it if I landed in water compared to straight down a rocky mountainous area.
Well, it reminds me when I was with your cousin in Twin Falls, Snake River Bridge. They come drive by and they jump off it.
What?
And they jump off it. They do free base jumping off it.
Oh my goodness!
They jump off it all the time. They hang out. It's crazy. Yeah, these people are crazy. But this is a little more crazier.
Yes.
Than Snake River. Come on, get it.
This one here is a suspension bridge that hangs 956 feet over the Arkansas River.
Mm-hmm.
The height alone is enough to scare the dickens out of you.
The Dickens.
Dickens.
Well, Sheila. Okay, you're using
something.
Arkansas words now.
They said
the
something.
Dickens.
They said something else. But
I
cleaned
scared
it
the
up
shit
a
out of you,
little
wouldn't it? I'd just
Really?
be true to the shit. What? Oh, my bad. Keep going. All right, what are we moving on to? New River.
We've got New River Gorge.
Oh, that's
this one
beautiful.
is in West Virginia.
Yeah,
This is a
that's
steel
close to
arch
us.
bridge that spans 3,030 feet over the New River Gorge in Fayetteville, West Virginia. It's part of US 19 and is 876 feet above the river
That's
below.
just pretty.
Visibility can be difficult when the fog rolls in, as well as it gets very, very windy here.
You think? Yeah, hold on.
Yes.
What about icy, Sheila? Did you
Again.
get a little icy too?
Again, so most of these bridges, yes, correct. So in the wintertime, they get the ice, the snow, but most of them, all that makes them the most dangerous is the wind. That's what I'm hearing about from most of all.
I told
of
you.
this.
Yeah,
the
I'm telling
wind.
you. That's like why I can't stand Wyoming because
Right.
of the wind. You got a light trailer, you're screwed. All right, Sheila, what are we moving on to?
All right.
Real quick, I wonder if Charles has been. I'm sure Charles has been across this. It's in the area. You know what I'm saying? It's in Virginia. So
That
you
was
know what
in
I'm
West
saying?
Virginia.
Yeah, West Virginia. So
Pretty
you never
close,
know. All right,
maybe.
okay. You know what? That reminds me of when we were in Gatlinburg. That suspense bridge. Remember, we were down in the town of Gatlinburg. On the strip, and you look up, and they got that walking suspended bridge.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy too. Yeah, not so.
Yeah, I could do the walking. If it's a walking suspended bridge,
I'm
I
good.
can do it.
Nope, I'm good. Nope, I drive it, and I won't walk it. Nope, I'm cool.
All right, we're moving on to Millard E. Tidings Memorial Bridge. This one is in Maryland as well. This bridge carries the I-95 over the Susquehanna River. I hope I said that correctly. Strong winds have effortlessly flipped semis over Warning signs are posted at the entrances of the bridge.
Damn it.
Yes. Again, this one isn't very long, but again, we got the winds going along. Then we move on to the Rainbow Bridge in Texas, and this is the one that I was talking about.
It was
that
right outside
we
Louisiana.
had gone over, correct, and it scared the bejesus out of me when he told me that we were going up on it. We had
the 410.
This one, I don't remember where it said. I know it said it's in southeast Texas.
Yeah, it's just when I want to say that's the
It's
one where
above
you drop down for it's like the loop. It goes around the.
Is it the Nesh
God,
River?
Yeah, I can't.
Nesh River.
I can't remember, Sheila.
But this
we just went over it. We just went over it.
Ascends almost up to 200
Yeah, it's
feet.
crazy. And then it drops
goes up.
down and drops in like on the peninsula. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Correct. So not only, again, this one here, scary because of the height of going up it and you're going up it, but obviously when it gets windy days, the winds get gusting up there to about 50, 60 miles per hour and you're on there. And I know for a fact on this one, because I've been there on my side at least, there's like,
I tell you, I say this, it's a lot different in an RV than it is a rig, okay, than a semi. It really is. So that I'll give you. It's different in a semi, Sheila, but it is a crazy bridge. It
is, and there's hardly any guardrail on that one.
You go fishing while you're going over it. Just throw a pole out.
Okay, it literally looked like it was the guardrail was like 3 inches to me. Of course, that could just be my paranoia. I was like, oh wow, okay, we're going up, and I love roller coasters, but yeah. So
get it,
guys. There are other ones that were mentioned that we're not going to cover anymore, but those were the top 6. They were also including as far as the Captain William Moore Bridge, Astoria Megler Bridge, and the Golden Gate Bridge as well that were mentioned as far as scariest over driving.
Well, Renee Mueller can get you a discount on that suspension bridge in Gatlinburg because her niece works there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she says there in the comments. Just head over to the comments, see what they're saying.
Yeah, I'll
just don't look out the window, Sheila, and you'll be fine. Look at your husband. It's a good looking view. Just stay focused on this over here. You'll feel safer and much happier.
Yeah. Well, I think it was it was either Chesapeake Bay or the Mackinac one, that both of them actually, because people have such fears of them and are so scared to death of them, they actually have drivers that you can pay that will escort you over in your vehicle. Obviously 4-wheeler. I don't know. Could you imagine someone a driver trying to get over in a semi and someone trying to grab a gear?
Well, yeah.
Just saying. Anyways, they do have escorts that will take people over, that will drive over.
Well, let's go over to Mike McPherson. He says that bridge is right up here by me. The Mighty Mac is a badass bridge.
Right.
Well, hopefully you'll take me across it there, Mike. I'm sure I've probably been across. I can't remember, but
is it scary?
Yeah, I'm sure it is, Sheila. It's badass.
Yeah.
It's badass.
Yeah,
what is Ellie saying?
Around. Ellie says, the Narrows Bridge in Tacoma, Washington was called the Galloping Gertie, which fell and they made a new one. And and the wind's still blowing cars over and trucks. Cars and trucks over. Right.
Well, and obviously the day I pick Ellie's comment for you to read, it's perfectly fine too.
Well, I kind of put it a little, rearranged it a little bit at the end,
but
you're right. And you guys would know. That's what I'm saying. That's why we want here, as far as we want to talk about the scariest bridges. For me right now, traveling so far, it has been that Rainbow Bridge, and it scared the bejesus out of me. So yes, the Tacoma one, I'm sure you drivers know, you go on those roads all the time. Yes,
F that bridge, Paul says, Sheila. Great profile picture too, Paul. I love that picture of the baby. All right, let's go down to here. And John Freese says, I have pictures of them jumping off the bridge in Idaho, Wayne. Yeah, the Snake River Bridge. Evil Knievel actually tried to jump that gorge.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Snake River. He tried to jump it. The ramp is still out there. Last time I was out there with Pee-wee, your cousin, he showed it to me and stuff like that. It's a very famous river, and actually bridge that people jump off of, Sheila. And John Freese has pictures.
I wouldn't jump off a bridge.
I wouldn't either.
No.
Well, it depends.
No.
Depends. If you jump, I'm jumping.
Well, good thing I'm not jumping. So.
All right. Glenn Calais Jr. says, I crossed that bridge at 18 feet wide, crossing 100,000.
Wow.
Get it, driver. Yeah, now you're talking about the area where Glenn Clay, he runs that area. He's from that area, Orange, Texas, and stuff like that. You remember when I met him out at the truck stop?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Him and his dad from Louisiana. Well, he lives in Louisiana. I want to say he's from Orange, Texas. If I think I'm correct.
Well, and kudos to you guys for doing that every day, because the second part of this is that truck driving is still one of the most
yeah.
dangerous jobs.
Well,
And we're not
let's talk
talking about
about
just
that,
scary.
Sheila. Let's
we're
jump
not talking
into
about
that.
just scary bridges.
All right,
Correct.
so we've talked about bridges and stuff like that, and you decided. I thank you. Shout out again to Dooner James Livingston, because he's the one that had me call Sheila. Say, hey, you know what, baby? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about how dangerous trucking really is. You know, because he did a post from, I want to say it was 80 in Wyoming, pilot. You know, we've had quite a few of those recently, Sheila. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I thought that this would be a great topic. So what did you find out, Sheila?
Right. And that is one of the reasons, which we'll get into some of the reasons why that truck driving is considered one of the most dangerous jobs. And weather, from everything that I found, weather conditions is high up there, whether it's rain, sleet, ice, snow, freezing fog, all of just the conditions itself has been number one. So, but the list, guys, this came out of Advisor Smith and some other articles as well. This list, as in past years, is based on workplace fatality data compiled by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, which is calculated per 100,000 full-time equivalent workers, while the BLS also tracks total number of workplace deaths. As usual, truck drivers led the list. The fatal work injury rate factors in the relative danger inherent in a job. Since there are far more truck drivers employed than many of the other occupations, the top 10 list offers a closer look at exactly how often a worker dies while employed in a specific industry. So in this list here that they've compiled, remember that they're saying that the minimum had to be 50,000 employees. Okay. So they're doing deaths per 100,000. And because there's so many more truck drivers in comparison to some of the other ones that they have in there, they actually rank truck driving as number 7. It used to be number 6, but now it's number 7 as the most dangerous job in the world.
In the world, that's in the world, okay? Because
But
you have some serious. There's the calculations and the numbers and how the ratios work out and stuff like that go.
Right,
is what you're trying to say. You know,
right.
Don't get it twisted just because your numbers. Just go ahead.
But they have the most deaths per year.
Right.
Absolutely, the most fatalities. Right. And so here, I'll just give you, I won't necessarily have to tell you all of it, but the number 1, which kind of surprised me, which dropped from, it was at number 2 and bumped up to number 1, was fishing and hunting. So we're talking about, what are those, the
deep sea fishers,
crab
deep sea fishermen
and stuff,
deep
right?
Sea.
Deep
sea. Yeah, you're dealing with the ocean, bro. Come on, that thing will eat you up alive. It'll swallow you.
Right, the most dangerous job. And then number 10 on there was actually a grounds maintenance keeper.
What?
And I told him this for number 10. He was like, what? How does that happen?
What's happening out there? He said, what's happening at the apartment complexes?
I was like,
people getting killed? What's going on?
You figure, I said, well, I can see that. I mean, you figure that they got to climb a bunch of large trees, palm trees. We used to watch them scale them in Vegas, the huge palm trees and stuff. And they're working with chainsaws and everything else. So I guess I can see that as being number 10, but they did have, as far as they did make the list as number 10 for the top 10. Number 2 was logging. It has been for like the past 5 years or so, that logging was actually the number 1, but it dropped down to number 2. And like per average that they have 46 fatalities a year. And let me tell you, for truck drivers, what they have is that the fatal work injury rate is 26.8%, and average a year is 1,005 fatalities a year. Yeah, which is the number. Everyone else is pretty much 44, 46. Some of them have like 100. Well, farmers, ranchers, and agricultures have 238 per year. And that was the highest. And then there's drivers. There's truck drivers, 1,000, over 1,000 a year. Okay. So here are some of the reasons that they have listed of why that truck driving is so dangerous.
Swift.
Let
me not pick on Swift. I mean, just the lack of professionals. Come on, get it, training. Sheila, get it.
Correct.
Right, lack of training. Now we're talking sense here. Now we're making sense. Correct. Go ahead, talk about it.
Right. Well, winter weather conditions and gusty winds, weather always top the first there. We do have, as far as high turnover rate and poor training, that is, we all know that the training is less than great, and which means inexperience. So you have these drivers with no lack of training and inexperience. Yes, they are a danger on the highway, which becomes dangerous for you as well. So yes, training or lack thereof it is part of the reasons why. Then they had summer tourism, and I was like, okay, well, I don't understand why summer tourism. Okay, well, it made sense once they explained it. More people are out and about. More four-wheelers are out and about. They're doing their vacation, whatever. And we know that over 80% of all accidents caused with big rigs are caused by the four-wheelers. So now you get the summer tourism going, which means there's more traffic out there. And everybody's impatient, which means there's more RVs and motorhomes out there as well. And so people get impatient because they're slower. So now everyone's all aggressive and they're all over the place and they're dining in, driving in and out and weaving and cutting off, and people have road rage going on. So actually that there's more fatalities as well during the summertime because of increased tourism. So I thought that one was pretty interesting, actually.
That is interesting. It is, because the more crowded they get, stuff like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it does. All right, let's go to a comment here. Wayne Campbell says a lack of professional drivers.
Oh, right. That's training. We went over that. That's training. I know.
Right. Go ahead, Sheila. What else?
So then we have driver fatigue. We all know what that does as far as don't drive when you're tired. If you're tired, get out and walk around a little bit, get some air, get some circulation moving again. And if you're that tired, just pull over and take a rest. Go on.
Yeah, seriously though. Yeah, that's important. These guys get pushed. These people that aren't trained correctly, they get pushed and don't realize the positions they're getting pushed into. And these driver managers behind these computers that just don't give a shit. It's not good, and it causes fatigue drivers. A fatigue driver is like a drunk driver.
Right.
Go ahead, Shane.
Well, and also what causes fatigue is that if you're not getting a proper amount of sleep, too.
Correct. Well, that's what I mean. Being pushed and they're not letting you get the rest you need, and they're not trained to even know that. Or I'm tying it in with the training. I can't stand it.
Or you end up in some seedy spots as far as where you have to park.
Right,
okay?
correct.
Right.
Parking, parking.
Right.
Yeah.
So truck parking or lack of was another one that made the list of it. Sleeping or lack of sleeping from parking in abandoned lots, off ramps, or some other isolated makeshift spot. So basically, if you're not getting the proper sleep or the area that you're in and you're sleeping with one eye open, then you're not going to get proper sleep, which is going to cause you to feel a little bit fatigued, possibly the next day when you get up to start driving again too. So that causes that.
Right.
So then we go into unsavory locations, delivering and picking up in some of the worst parts of the cities, making drivers targets. So I'm sure that you've been to some of these areas, right? And some
West Memphis, good old West Memphis, good old West Memphis, Gary, Indiana. Right. I mean, yeah, there's quite a few of them, Sheila. Right. Oh yeah, it's not good.
And that makes
that high-speed chicken feet. That guy. Well, here, hold on. The deal is like West Memphis. That guy's been selling drugs for 20 years. In that area. Yes, it's a cop. It's a cop. Me and Gary Children were talking about it the other day. Every time West Memphis goes, high-speed chicken feed. As soon as you get close to that truck stop, that little area coming off the bridge, right from Arkansas, getting ready to go, it starts lighting up that radio. Got that high-speed chicken feed. I swear to God, the guy's been selling drugs. So in these makeshift shady areas, you got to be careful.
Right. And then there's some areas too that you go in that you become targets for, where whatever's in their trailer. I mean, we've seen lootings as we saw all through the pandemic going on when it first started too.
Right. And
you guys were
real quick, Mike, I got him up and I'll show him. Go ahead. Sorry.
All right. So, and then we go into dangerous tasks. Everything from tarping to installing chains on the side of the road, as well as loading, unloading, picking up, and dropping trailers. Just the normal day in, day out stuff that you can get injured as well and really hurt yourself, whether it's your back or something snaps or anything comes off.
It's a dangerous job, bro, period, no matter how you look at it. And for it to rank number 7 kind of is almost offensive in a sense, you know what I'm saying? But in the end, it's very dangerous. The things that you go through, let alone the conditions, weather conditions, like we're talking about bridges and scary bridges. Like Mike McPherson sent me pictures here of the Mighty Mac. That's the Mighty Mac. So weather, like you were saying, how dangerous it is, weather, stuff like that. Because literally, look at these pictures that he sent. Right. That's the Mighty Mac out where you were talking about the bridge. It's up by Mike McPherson in Wisconsin. So, but the dangers within trucking, from the parking to the makeshift areas to the lack of training.
Right.
Those 3 things alone right there are absolutely dangerous.
I agree. Well, and then the final on here was construction zones, and it was also distracted driving. And what was the last one? Oh, road debris. Road debris. And this
Gators,
actually,
good old
yes,
gators.
that was actually what they had said. Sometimes that you're not able to see, the road debris if something happened in front of you, and all of a sudden, hi, there it is. But they did mention as far as the retread or the gators,
the tires.
Right.
Okay, that's actually a very dangerous obstacle. And
If they get kicked up, they can go flying, and they've actually done some serious
they've gone through
damage.
windshields and decapitated people. It's not a joke. They've ripped faces off. Literally, people have lived through a gator going through a window, a tire, and ripping a face off. That's why hovering in those tandem areas, those drive tires, it's not just hovering around a semi truck is not safe, period. But the thing is in general, it's dangerous, and it's a dangerous job. And I can't thank you enough for all that hard work you put into that. Obviously, drinking tea on camera is dangerous too. You all right?
Yeah, I was trying to breathe at the same time I was drinking.
Well, don't do that. But thank you to Mike McPherson for sending the pictures in of the Mighty Mac. We really appreciate that. Thank you to Dooner James Livingston for turning us on to this topic. I thought it was a great topic for today. And thank you to Sheila for putting in all the work that you did for that. Yeah.
I'm sorry that it kind of was all over the place as far as that, guys. I wanted to be a little more smoother as far as that. But what were you doing over there? I felt you were a little distracted over there.
What are you talking about? You're just trying to get me to talk because you're choking. Stop it. Now back to you, Wayne. What about weather?
Oh, yeah. We still have
God, where are you? We got to get to your weather. Drop your weather in the comments, and we'll be back in a minute to get to your weather. We got to take a break so she can catch her breath. How about that, guys? We'll be right back.
I'm joking.
To you, this is a driver's seat. But to us, it's a captain's chair. A call center for friends and family. A place where we laugh when some say hello. And where we've cried when others have said goodbye. We spend a lot of hours in it, wondering, thinking, and contemplating if all this was worth it. I've grown in this chair, matured in this chair, and I've seen things in this chair that most people will never see their whole lives. So yes, that's why they call it the driver's seat. Because this is my seat. This is my home away from home. And if you're driving truck, it always will be.
On camera. Come on, you're going to get upset on camera. It ain't my fault.
I didn't say it.
All right, now to your weather. Are you sure?
Are
you sure you need it?
Yes.
You even want to do weather today?
Yeah, we're gonna do weather.
Can you handle it?
Oh my God. Seriously?
Get your weather, Sheila.
All right, guys. So in the weather along the Gulf Coast today and tonight, 1 to 3 inches of rain are expected over southern Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, and northern Florida. Expect cooler than normal temperatures in the southeast today with highs in the 40s and 50s. In the northeast, strong winds are forecast today and high wind warnings are scattered across the region, as well as advisories from the northern mid-Atlantic into New England. The gusty winds along with cold temperatures have led to wind chill warnings and advisories for portions of the northeast, including eastern New York, Vermont, northern New Hampshire, northern Maine, Massachusetts, and northeastern Pennsylvania. High winds are also expected in central to eastern New Jersey. Rounds of light snow are forecast for the Great Lake regions into the interior northeast. Meanwhile, dry and relatively warm conditions are forecast in the north central U.S. We've got high wind warnings in Wyoming from Arlington and Elk Mountain along I-80 between Laramie and Rollins. Bordeaux along I-25 between Chugwater and Wheatland until at least 11 o'clock this morning. So about another hour and a half. Another 2 hours or so.
Right.
And here in Elizabethton, it is overcast and it's been cold today. It's probably only about 40.
Well, that's 40. It's 40 in Spokane, Washington, Chucky says. He also says, just now got to my delivery. New Red River Gorge in West Virginia is a beautiful hike. And back home, we have Grandfather Mountain Swinging Bridge. Get it, Chucky. All right, Stephen Gamble says 32 and clear in Lovelock, Nevada. All right. What?
I said nice, but cold though.
Hey, cold though. All right. Clovis, New Mexico, 38 and clear. Ellie says 60 degrees in Jacksonville, Florida. Glenn Clay Jr. says, have a good day. Gotta go. Tiffany says Thanks. Nice job, you guys. Keep it up. All right, good. Let's get down here to where to go. Phil Tristan right there says 26 and sunny in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Thank you, Sheila. And now back
To you, Wayne Amiga.
get it. All right, we got Chucky there. We got Dave Umberger. There's a lot of fog. 39, 100% chance of 60 degrees today. I think I'll go lay on a rock and soak up some sun today. Get it.
All right.
All right, Bethlehem, PA, windy and sunny and 30. All right. Pretty Lee says 39 and sunny in Ozona, Texas. Oh God, Ozona.
But it's sunny.
All right,
It's
let's go. Nice job, Sheila, Wayne, Migo. Good. All right, we're done. Let's wrap it up. We're done. We actually finished on top of the hour today.
I know.
Look at that. We didn't go over. It's your fault.
Well, it was my fault.
No,
Sorry.
No. You're just choking on camera. You okay?
It happens.
No, you okay though?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
You need me to help you?
No.
You need me to hold you?
No.
You sure?
No. Yeah, I'm good. Not the holding that you want to respect.
Oh boy, here we go. All right, guys, remember, you're the heartbeat of America. You should be treated that way. Always keep your shine side up, rubber side down, and to make money in today's trucking industry, honey, what do you got to do?
Got to keep your left door closed.
All right, get it. And where is your Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday? There it is. Here's your feel good pity of the day. Have a great day, everybody, and God bless each and every one of you.
Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.